So what I want y'all to do is, first of all, the class before should have done a fairly decent job of cleaning up, but the last thing, one of the cleanup things you want to do is, so that these scissors don't rust, before you put them away, you want to make sure you take a little piece of paper towel and you run it across there and get everything off of there. So you'll notice that your scissor has two edges. One's pointy, one's more blunt. Okay? When you start making your final cuts, you're going to want to use the pointed end. Okay? So the first thing you're going to do is basically using your tweezers. What you'll do is you'll raise one side of an arm. Pick an arm, any arm, doesn't matter. You'll pick up the arm and cut about a third of the arm off. So just snip it off and basically, excuse me, you are not talking now. You are listening to directions. Basically, you want this big enough so that now you can look at the cross section and look at the structures. So you want to go back pretty far, not just the tip. So I would take off about a third of one of the rays. Do not make the cut now. After you've got that done, put that one to the side. Now, what you're going to do with the rest of it is you're going to do a cut in the arm like what's up here. So basically, your first cut is going to be a flap. You're going to create this flap, and what you'll do is, again, using either a needle or your tweezers, you'll lift the arm up, and what you'll do is you'll start cutting pretty close to the edge. And you want to just kind of lift the skin up so that you're not cutting down into the structures below, and just follow that shell all the way back to the central disc. And again, be very careful not to go too deep. You'll do that on both sides. The tissue that you have below is really soft. So if you go too deep, or you go too fast, you'll basically destroy what you're going to look at. Now, once you've got your flap open, what you'll do is go ahead and cut your flap off. So you'll end up with basically a piece of skin like this. You'll want to look at the structure of the inside of that skin too. I think it's kind of interesting when you start looking at the way that sort of exoskeleton is put together. So with that, what that's going to leave you with is a structure that we're going to talk about here in a little bit, which is basically part of the digestive system. And it looks pretty unique. So that's where you want to start.